Welcome back to the Talking Wednesday podcast. And no, it's not Halloween, but I am joined by someone who is dressed as a Sheffield Wednesday coach for some reason. It is. He's took the hat off now. It's from Sheffield 41.
I took the hat off because I looked at it. I looked like the bloody TV bloke with the hat on and the stuff. And I'm like, no, not doing that.
You've gone full coaching team get up, mate. Full coaching team.
Getting colder.
It is. I've noticed that. So I just need to clarify a few things before we even go into the how's your week been. The podcast is going to be very inconsistent, and we'll get into that with the how's your week been. But it's mainly because I'll just say this bit before we get into the crux of it. Our landlord decided to sell this house, which is the one side of the landlord renting system that I despise. The fact that you can then say, 7 days before Christmas, you can't find a place, you're basically homeless.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thrilled. Me and Sophie both weren't thrilled. I actually stream for my work now, and I found out literally just before I went on stream, so you can imagine how that went. I actually kept a really, really nice smiley face, but I was very annoyed.
If people who knew him, I was like, something's not right here. He looks like he's about to murder someone. This is the look you were giving people with the, you haven't hit record, you and we've been doing this for like an hour. I was like, when it rains, it pours. I'm not superstitious, but October always seems to be the worst month of my life every single year. Like, it's the worst month of the year. Yeah. I always come round and crap happens in October, and I don't know why. But all the time, like if I'm having work issues, it's October. If I'm having relationship issues, it's October. It's always Octobers. So your podcast host being born in October doesn't help.
There you go. You're the crux of it all. There you go. But yeah, no, long story short, house is sorted for moving, but that's a month's process. That's going to be a thing with a lot of moving parts. I won't have internet actually after this weekend, technically, for a good 3 weeks-ish. So we're going to see if I can stream off data, stuff like Football Manager, carry on the career modes. If I can't, womp. I can't do anything about it. So we'll just have to, because it's not even like I can just say Jake and Jack will do it, because they'd need all the back end stuff. It's just not possible, basically. Yeah. I'd still need to be able to do all the stuff, because even if I put them on as admins, it'd be a right pain in the arse. Because YouTube doesn't work like it's supposed to work half of the time as well. But yeah, we're not going anywhere specifically, but let's be honest, probably a good break time anyway, isn't it, Jake? How's your week been before all that?
No one warned me about kids and the stage when they get to attitude. I'm not looking forward to her hitting puberty. I'm going to live in here. I'm going to extend it. And
I warned you.
You did warn me, actually. Yes, you did. But, the attitude.
Obviously, I worked in education for a while. Yeah. And I warned you quite specifically.
Yeah. The only funny thing is Hunter's at that age now where he's now actually, whenever she does something, he just points at her and go, no, or laughs at her. So he winds her up. So it's actually really funny back and forth. But it's been okay week. I've just been trying to figure out bits and bobs and just trying to just muddle through everything, really. I'm just at that point where I'm ready for everything to not slow down, but get in the run up. I like, once I've got October out of the way, my birthday out of the way, I go, right, I now need to sort out the kids. I now need to get that week before Christmas and those 2 birthdays out the way and start getting things ready, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's the hard part. And I swear to God, I did not plan when to have my children well at all. It was it was just so close to both being born on the same day. But it's just that run up where I need the headspace to go, right, this and this done. And then I can go into it. And it just, I was meant to see my mother last weekend. I hadn't seen her since her knee operation in April. And then my uncle had a tumble and he's now dislocated his shoulder and done his shoulder in. And it's just like, I was looking forward to seeing people and now I can't. Because one's in Donny and one's in Nottingham, and public transport for both of those is not fun. You would think Donny from where I am is easy, but it's 2 hours on bus. It's a nightmare. It's just an absolute.
Buses are terrible. Like, because we were looking like we're not moving that far out of Durham, right?
Yeah.
But to get back in, it's all right pain in the arse on public transport. So only I drive at the minute. Yeah. So it's going to be annoying.
Yeah, I can't see it being fun,
for anything
mate.
back this way.
I think your thing though is you're closer to your work, so you could puff bike.
No, for me, it's not a bad thing. I'm moving quite close to my work now.
Yeah. How's your week been apart from the obvious? That you said.
I mean, to be honest, like I had a lot of stuff thrown at me this week as well, which wasn't pleasant. Without going into it on a public platform, sort of thing. Personal life, good, fine. But yeah, a lot of adjustment, I think, with everything. We've sorted the new house. I should have decent internet at this house, fingers crossed. Not like fantastic, but it means I'll be able to stream again at some sort of quality.
Yeah.
Actually, it's about the same as the internet I had before, thinking about it. Because we're going back on Virgin, but Virgin only used to have these platforms.
Didn't you have like 300 up where you were last time?
Yeah, I had like 350 pack. I think, and that's what I'm going on again. So
yeah, I
could have bought the 500 the gig, but I'm like, for the money reasons, I might as well do it purely because of the rises. It's not the introductory offer; it's the year and the 2 years.
I've done all right on ours.
I hate.
We hadn't actually had a big rise in ours yet, and we've been on it 2 years now, and we're still at base price we were on, so we've not done that badly so far.
No, maybe there's a way you can negotiate with them or whatever, but either way, I can't see us being in this house for more than 2 years. So I've got a 2-year contract there. We'll sort of probably be there for a couple of years, find it, and then buy. What was annoying about all this, Jake, is I was going to buy in the next sort of like half a year.
Yeah, you were now, every conversation I was having with you was like, right, we're going to do this. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, then we will buy.
Yep. And then when this happened, it just happened to a point where I can either, it was just the wrong amount of time, the wrong amount of months to be able to do it properly.
Yeah.
Because of starting a new work, moving everything over, being able to get proof for mortgages and stuff like that. If this had have happened literally in like January, February, I'd have been able to, rather than rent again, pivot to buying a house, which is the frustrating thing about it. So, for example, now I'm paying more on a house, which means I'm kicked down the road of actually buying the house. But instead, I'm going to use this house for as long, couple of years, whatever it is, and put a bigger deposit down on a house when we move, is the plan now. Try and get a cheaper mortgage, try and do it that way. But yeah, it's just frustrating. I'm frustrated. I'm genuinely frustrated.
Yeah.
But there we are. We're making do with what we can. Like, it doesn't help that I took a pay cut to take this job. I've not. It's just everything's like when it rains, it pours. Is the same, isn't it, Jake?
Yep.
So.
There's always one thing after another.
But it also always gives me a kick up the arse. If people annoy me as well, that's the worst thing you can do. Like if somebody like annoys me or
why I've been quiet.
No, just because then it lights the fire up my arse again as well, sort of thing. So I'm like, right, okay, let's do my own stuff again. Let's build this up. Let's stop neglecting this podcast once I've got the new house. Let's stop neglecting the channel. I've got an audience here and I don't take it for granted, but when you're shattered from everything else, just to try and get by.
It's hard to go do your side hustle, your side hobby kind of thing. It's hard to like just go, right, I'm going to go sit and do that, especially since your new job is streaming. So it's then going back to then sit in front of a camera again, in front of a microphone and go, I've got to do this again. So it's difficult. I get it.
Yeah, but I think I will. I think I'll just sit the camera down, sit there,
I'm
if I can
calling
do
it
something
now,
out of it.
Christmas time. We should have tea reviews. We should have a dexterity box everyday tea review. Just a short. Today we're reviewing this tea.
Could be fun.
The 12 days of tea with Dex.
Well, I'm going to try and get the new house we're renting has got another bedroom.
Right.
So it means permanent office.
Permanent setup.
It means permanent setup. It means live streaming setup. It means, okay, I can probably do this a lot easier than coming in here. Soph's needed the office. Like, there's stuff about I need to change it all sort of thing. We're both in that working space. We've got a big enough place now that Soph can like work in we can put a little desk in the spare room and have like an office corner there as well. So there's options basically. But yeah, not a great week, not a great few weeks. We're back. Sheffield Wednesday don't help with anything, of course. I have not a very great Friday. I go into Saturday and I'm like, oh, let's just chill, have a bit of a recharge day, and then listen to Wednesday and do the podcast. And obviously Wednesday do a Wednesday. And we'll talk about Sheffield Wednesday versus Charlton. Let's keep the misery going, Jake. Go ahead.
So, first half, it was very much all Charlton. They were very good. They played some good football. We struggled to get hold of it. A lot of it was some of our own doing, where we just given the ball away too easily. It's something we've done a lot this season and last season, but we'll have it, and it's very easy to score against us at the minute. It's a counter-attack, because we'll throw everything forward. We don't have enough at the back. And I'm sorry, but even Holver, that save was pathetic. You've got biscuit wrists, you really have. I hate modern day goalkeeping with the parrying. Just catch the chuffer. Hold it. Just lay on it.
Honestly, like I'm all for like sticking by the players in the situation we're in, but also I like to comment on the quality of the football. Just smother it. Like, you're in the position where he could have easily smothered it, but instead he goes for like,
and just parried it back to him.
And then he gets sent off at the end as well.
Yeah.
Cracking.
But the time where he can pull off some really good saves, you think, all right, there's a good keeper there. But there's so many times you see a parry or a punch where it could just be a catch. And you're like, what? Why? And then their second goal they got, it was just poor defending. Easy ball in, header, goal. No marking, no nothing. Got lotted man. But to make matters worse, when you don't already have a defence, to then lose another defender to an injury in Iorfa, you're looking at that back line. It's just a patch job over patch job over patch job. It's like getting a new house and you know that there's a hole in the wall, but instead of getting someone out to properly take the wall out, redo it, plaster it properly, you're putting filler over it, knowing that that filler's not going to last. And the problem is you're going to be going into another game because of that red card with a new set of players who haven't played together, because he's going to be out for 3 games. It's going to be a 3-match ban because it's a straight red. And you look at that and you look at the news this week, and we'll talk about it later, but Ernie Weaver being out potentially for the rest of the season, which is just our luck. Second half, though,
dreadful. It's dreadful.
I will give this club and these players credit where credit's due. Second half, they came out, they were fantastic. They really tried to get at them and try and get at least a draw. They played really well, but I think it helpful when Charlton took off Campbell, because Campbell was running the show for them in midfield and doing really well. I tell you something, Ingleson's had another fantastic game again. He just running, battling. He trying to do that role Patterson did a lot while trying to just get things going and trying to keep it moving. And it's an excellent shot by Sean Fuser that hit the post. And it's a really good taken goal by Jamal Lowe to get the rebound.
Yeah,
and
I actually think we were very unlucky towards the end. Like, it was one of those games where we deserved something out of it, but then Horvath getting sent off just of it. They did the tactical sit down with the keeper as well, and just tried to take the sting out of it. It was, and just also, so obvious.
You seen Rob Statton's tweet about it? They had 4 coaches on the pitch. You're only allowed to have 1 coach in the technical area. But 4 coaches to get them all sorted. But the thing is, the best way to try and fix that, if it keeps happening, you just yellow card all the coaches and say manager, and you can do it again. Or the problem is, Holbert's thing, it was a definite red, by the way. He wiped him out.
It was, yeah. There's no doubt about that.
He completely wiped him out. And it just annoys you because you look at the stats. We actually haven't done that badly. When you look at that 13 shots to 4 on target, on paper in the second half, we looked okay though. Like there was a really
in real
good
life in the second half, it wasn't bad at all. Really.
No, there was an excellent chance for Ugbo as well. And Ugbo just dived for it and it hits him on the back. Like he's not scored since April. That season we survived. That was his last league goal.
That's madness.
He only scored in the cup last season, and he's only scored in the cup this season. And he made some good tactical changes to try and get us back into it. He really did try to get us back into that game. I thought Cads, when he came on, didn't offer much. Brown looked a bit isolated today. Jan Valery playing as like a CDM role, I think works really well. I think him and Bannon partnership is really good. Bannon got another injury on his knee, which sounds like he's having injections again for it. So it's like he'd obviously not had the op in the summer, like we thought he was going to do to try and fix it. And now he's having to play through the pain again. And it's just one of those things you can see where this is going, and with everything that's going on, like when we started the season, with everything that was going on, we all said it's relegation. Even before ball was kicked, it was relegation. Just the way it was all set up. And the fact that they are battling to try and do something, is credit to them. But how much battling can you do when everything is constantly against you and it's not your fault?
I mean, it's still relegation as well. Like they're up it against it. Like that sort of game today is going to define the season in terms of when the luck's not with you as well.
Yeah.
In the second half to scrap and get something for it. We've got no depth. We can't have any depth. And again, there's only one man to blame, and it's not Ethan Horvath. However, Ethan Horvath won't be available for the next game.
Middlesbrough, Oxford, West Brom. Are
we going to see the guy that sounds like a elastic character?
We are going to see potentially Logan Stretch, which I still think is a great name for a keeper.
It is, but Liam Palmer having to go in goal as well. It's kind of, to be honest, the game was already lost. I was kind of hoping he would be called into action if we see him pull off a worldie. I'd be like,
I won't lie, that free kick they took right at the end, it's like, it's an outfield player. Why are you not smashing at him and just having a go? It was a naff free kick.
Let's talk about the rest of the championship. So we are recording this before the evening games have kicked off, but it was Middlesbrough 2, Ipswich 1. Southampton 0, Swansea 0, Oxford 1, Derby County 0, QPR 1, Millwall 2, Birmingham 2 with a red card and Hull City 3, Stoke 1, Wrexham 0, Charlton 2, Wednesday 1, Sheffield United 1, Watford 0, and they're already saying mind the gap.
Yeah.
Literally the cheek of it with their squad. But anyway, Norwich 0, Bristol City 1, Coventry 2, Blackburn 0, West Brom 2, Preston 1.
By the way, I think that Norwich City game could see Manning get sacked. Because Norwich City haven't started well. They've invested a little bit into it, and I think they could see it. You got to look at football as a whole now. It's very short term. You look at what's happened at Forest today, this Saturday. I think unless you hit the ground
they brought in a guy that just didn't fit their players, and then he had that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Ange had no chance.
No, none at all. And the thing is, the more games you start looking at, we're going to start seeing, I say, next international break, more sackings happening. It's around that time.
Yeah, we got one in November, haven't we?
Yep.
So, sure. there'll be a bit of that there. But yeah, we've talked about Ernie Weaver being out. There was also, we're going to talk about the finances at Sheffield Wednesday because it's going from bad to worse. We know about the staff receiving about $1,000 of their wages or whatever it was. Yep. Then they were paid in full for September, this was. October is literally 2 weeks away from payday. It's going to happen again.
Oh, 100%.
But no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And the most worrying thing is now,
was from the EFL. Yep. It was solidarity payment or something like that, where they help.
Yeah. Because the thing is we've got now is, well, let's just read this article from the Star. They're obviously going to quote the Daily Mail. A lot of people were in on this, BBC Radio Sheffield and everything. So the article reads as follows. I nearly said something there. Situation explained on Sheffield Wednesday financial turmoil amid winding up threat over tax. Deshron Chansiri is facing mounting pressure on his continued ownership of Sheffield Wednesday after the HMRC signalled their intention to issue a winding up order over a debt of around $1 million. The Star understands this, working alongside BBC Sheffield. The Star have developed an understanding of HMRC's intention to enforce on their unpaid Wednesday debt, with owner Chansiri's failure to fund the club in recent months having turned it into continued uncertainty and turmoil. Late wage payments were made to employees earlier this week, a fortnight on from their scheduled payday. The bulk, if not all of the cash, is believed to have been covered by the courtesy of the EFL basic award payment. October's payroll is due salary payments again at the end of the month and will come amid mounting debts elsewhere. It is believed Wednesday could well be due another sizable bill from HMRC in the coming weeks, and the Star understands that further debt is owed to the EFL itself among monies owed to other clubs, further football creditors and wider suppliers. Last month, we reported that New Avenue Projects, who engaged in the club on a loan on Hillsborough Stadium, charged to the club, and is now worth around $7.4 million, are believed to have demanded a considerable repayment of that figure. Should Chansiri find a way to satisfy the outstanding HMRC debt or reach an agreement over a repayment plan, the immediate threat of a winding up petition effectively goes away for now at least. Chansiri is known to have a benefit of experienced legal advice in both the UK and Thailand, primarily from David Hinchcliffe of Wigan LLP and Pichipon Magalashi of Linklaters, with the prospect of administration likely to be a high topic on the agenda if the money isn't there. Should things get that far, administration would almost certainly deliver a 12-point deduction and would put their championship survival chances in further doubt, but would effectively take control of the club and its sale process away from Chansiri. The Star understands that the prospect of the ultimate liquidation of the club is on the face and is unlikely given a lengthy timescale of up to eight weeks on any winding up process. So the process would take up to 8 weeks, just to clarify the words, during which Wednesday's major creditors would be within their rights to draw up an application to put the club in administration themselves and recoup money they are.
Absolutely insane. The next couple of lines you're about to read, which just blow my mind.
Yeah. So during which Wednesday's major creditors would be within their rights to draw up an application to put the club in administration themselves and recoup money they are owed from an eventual sale. Chansiri himself is believed to be one of the club's biggest creditors and will be among those that would have a personal financial interest in any ultimate administration process. Chansiri signalled a willingness to listen to offers to buy the club when financial issues began to take a material hold of goings-on at the club and at the start of the summer, but discussions have come to nothing. The Star has been among the media outlets to report frustration from interested parties with regards to the sales process and asking price around Wednesday in recent months, with at least one potential purchasing group understood to have walked away from the process as recently as the last weeks. Oh my God, Jake! We're going into admin, and then he's going to pick the bones himself.
Yep. He literally got the money, all the bigger creditors himself. So he basically done the whole thing with the stadium and bought it to myself. But I'm now running out of cash. I need to get cash to myself. I've lent you all this money. Here you go. And also the other thing is Kevin Maguire of football, price of football, said on Radio Sheffield that we could also have the situation once we're out of administration, if all debts are not satisfied, we could also have, again, on top of that, a minor 15-point deduction for not satisfying all the original admin debt on top of that. If the new owner coming in, they don't clear it straight away. Which, the thing is, anybody who is in a position where they can't afford something, they sell it. If you've got a car that's costing you too much money a month in insurance and in fuel, you go, this isn't economical, I'm going to sell it. You've got a club that you cannot financially run or won't financially run, kind of thing. Because we don't know what his worth is or what his actual personal finance is, kind of thing. We know his businesses, but we don't know his personal ones. But the thing is, it gets to a point where you're just like, your own worth were, if people don't want me here, I'll sell. Well, guess what? For the longest time, it was the minority. It's the majority now that don't want you here. They want you to find a buyer. They want you to try and... Your legacy is just done. You don't have one. Like, it's gone. Whatever legacy you thought you had or whatever you thought I'll leave this to pass on to my sons or whatever, it's not there. It's gone. Completely gone, because you have made this... You've made us into a laughing stock, and then everyone feel pity for us because nobody wants to see their club in this position. No one wants to see a thing. And the thing is, what we've also got coming, what happens on the 1st of November, James? What is apparently meant to be setting up...
The football regulator.
That is meant to be set up on the 1st of November. Now, for them, if you're looking for a tech point of proof concept this works, you've got the best example to use to see if it works with everything you're doing. The problem is, if you mess it up, we then go... We know you're not much use of the EFL. The fact that this not paying people is not a direct tech disqualifying thing is ludicrous. How is that not a thing? How is not paying people part of the test or paying people on time? You know what I mean?
I think it's also a case of the fact that he could actually pick the bones himself. And the scary thing about that is to be honest, I think the truth is, though, there's not many assets left.
Now,
so we go into admin. Why am I saying
admin?
I've been thinking about watching Mad Men recently. And clearly, again, I was like, someone was talking to me about Mad Men earlier, and for some reason that's in my head. But admin, if we were to go into admin, I'll say it with a smile on your face, why not? We would arguably not have many assets left to strip. We don't own the training ground.
No. He could sell...
Stadium's already sold to Sheffield 3.
On the training ground.
Probably.
I think the prefab buildings that he put on. So he could sell them.
And you could make them sell a lot of the players that have got the assets left, I guess. That's probably what's going to happen.
That's what will happen. If we did, that's what they do. They sell whatever players we got left.
He could then try and come out of it, knowing his narcissism, and go, oh, well, I've managed to make some money back now. I can keep hold of the club.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be allowed to happen.
But the thing is, with that, though, you've got to remember, he can't take control of it because, remember, any kind of process of him trying to take the club, as soon as he gets into admin, it gets taken off him because the sale process is in his hands. In the article.
But it just worries me when it says he's the biggest person with money's owed to him for the club, because then it's like, well, he's get a bigger say than everything else in the administration process.
And he's got to pay for admin as well. He's got to pay to put us into admin and get that in the right way. The thing is, there have been so many people who have attempted to try and get the club. Like, There were talks. Texer did an interview saying it's a club we would look at. It's a club that we could do, but it's a complicated deal. Now, I don't know if that would happen now because he just lost a court case for Icon Sport for 93 million, which was the Leon situation we had. So I think that kind of rules him out now. But if you look at all the people who keep getting linked, it got Mike Ashley written all over it, hasn't it? Even if it's a stadium.
Yeah, because the thing with the Sheffield 3 thing is that's what owns and Chancery owns Sheffield 3.
Yeah.
So it's like the stadium sale would actually make the most sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he sold the stadium, yeah, he'd probably get enough to clear the debts.
But again, how much is the stadium actually realistically worth now?
It's not the 40 million he put on the books, or 40 or 60 what he put on the books the first time.
Million, definitely. I think it was 60 million he put. But like the longer this goes on, the club's valuation goes down. You've gone from having a club that probably valued at about 70 million max. It probably valued now 30 with everything that's going on.
Well, it's like Alan Biggs was saying. He was saying on Twitter that for as far as he understands, people have been coming to the table. Chancellor has been going, make me an offer rather than saying his asking price. Then somebody says, 40 million. And then he goes, that's a League One club price. You insult me, whatever. And he says, you're not serious. And then doesn't hear from him again. It's like, it's an initial offer, you turnip.
And also at the rate we're going to be a League One club.
We are we're worse than a League One club because we're a Championship club that is destined for relegation with pretty much certain points deductions that could happen when we're in League One.
Yep, and we can't sign players.
We're a dreadful proposition. We're like the worst proposition in football.
Yeah, like
at the minute,
whoever comes in has to come in and then still fix the stadium. Clear whatever debt's there if it goes into admin. So whatever the debt is, I think last time it was 80 odd million, I think, on the accounts or something like that.
Yeah.
Debt that he put, it was at 80 million, I think we read. So it's 80 million you've got to clear, plus whatever he wants for the club. So whatever they can get for the club.
He shouldn't want, do you know, at this stage, he shouldn't be allowed to want anything.
No.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's in a worse situation than he bought it in.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it'll be in a worse situation than when Milan saved us.
And the thing is, since before, and also talking to Milan, we haven't done a podcast since that.
Oh, since his passing. Yeah, no, that was very sad.
And
that was
the
very
thing
sad
is,
to hear.
You look at what happened there, and then you look at everything that's going on with the club. It felt weird that the man that saved us have passed, and when we need someone to do it again, they're not there due to whatever's happening with DC. And the amount of pushback people have had to the boycotts or saying I'm not doing this or not doing that. The boycotts are working. Let's just make it very clear. That is working. The problem is that it is working to the point where it potentially not paying people their way, but it shouldn't be your fans that are funding the wages.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. If you're still there and you're still there and you start to blame that now, there's a line where it becomes, yes, you've got this job, it's your dream job, whatever. But the fact is, you are now being in a situation where you're consistent. Do you know what I'd do after a first
walk away
month or so of not being paid? I'd be looking elsewhere immediately. You know, because the fact is, the person at the top of that club who is responsible for paying me isn't paying me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are there because they've been there for such a long time, and I think we've got a lot of people.
And the business isn't failing for anyone other than that man.
Yeah,
it's his fault.
Yeah, and the thing is,
it's not like if it's a failing business, you think if a business is failing and I feel partly responsible, I'll stick around because I need to do my bit, sort of thing. But there's nothing to do with the staff. They're not the reason the business is failing.
No. They're the ones that are having to well, Christ, they're unionized now. due to all this.
Yeah. And we need to be the shining example of how this bloody football regulator can fix it, because we're going into admin, Jake. And the scary thing is, admin we thought would be a fix, but it's looking like it won't be.
No, it could. The longer this goes, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because you don't see an end yet. And the problem is we've not seen an end yet. Do you see the thing this week about needing a license to run the football club? The regulator wants to do next year. That all 116 clubs in the football pyramid will need a license to own and run a club. He ain't getting a license. If they give him a license, the situation's broken. It's broken. It's not worth doing. If you go, oh, here's your license, Mr. Chansiri, it's like, well, you're trying to get him out. And the thing is, the problem with regulation is regulation can only do so much. And don't get me wrong, I think they've been needed for regulation for a while, but I don't see, I want it to come in and break the door down and go, right, we're doing this, this and this. But I think we've probably been rushed along because of what's going on with Wednesday, not because they want to come in now. Does that make sense?
I think it's just a case of if they can't, like the regulator can't put into place a system where they can force everyone out. You can't obviously sort of take people's assets off them unless there's war. We've seen that.
Yeah.
But in terms of being able to be involved with the club whatsoever, they should be able to implement that and crack it down. We should be able to put Chansiri in a position where he doesn't have an option other than to sell.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to go that heavy with it, Jake.
They kind of already kind of said that it's a last resort if we force them out. The problem is,
I've never seen it be this bad. I know clubs have gone bust, all of that sort of stuff, but like
the closest
the
I've
owner
seen
having
to see it go this bad with Berry.
Yeah,
it would Berry.
The owner having saviour options and not taking them is ridiculous.
Yeah, the fact that there's people coming to him to say we want it, but it showed that he doesn't want to sell, or his debts are so high that he needs it to be a certain amount. In business, you take losses and you have to take those losses and you have to recoup it back yourself. Right now, he's so used to the fan base propping him up with shirt sales, with ticket sales, with concessions sale, like just getting a drink or pie. Like, if he does what the trust say he's going to do, which he potentially go, here's the early bird season tickets, do not buy it. And I think a lot won't.
Oh, God, no. I'm sorry. If you buy an early bird season ticket now, you are beyond gone.
There'll be a small section that will, because it's what they do. It's like routine. They won't want to lose the seat.
Don't care. I'll lose all respect for you. And now my respect might not mean anything to you, but it shouldn't happen at this stage.
At the end of the day, it's like...
There should be no money.
I get people turning around and saying we should start boycotting away games because they get 5%. But 5% isn't a lot to really fund the club when you look at it. I get why people are saying it.
I don't necessarily... I actually think it's more of a statement to sell out away games.
Yeah.
I think the home ground should be empty and the away game should be full. I think that's a better message.
Because the Middlesbrough game on Wednesday night will be the lowest attending game it's ever been under Chansiri thing. And it should be.
I was going to stream that, but I'm working, but that's probably a small mercy.
Yeah, I'm dreaming it.
We're going to get battered.
I'm dreaming it just to kind of thing. And I'm going to probably sit there and be like, well, that was fun. But I
will be streaming, but I'll be streaming for work. So not this. I'm very tired, and I'm going to go and eat pizza in a minute, Jake. So I've had enough of him.
Yeah, we all have. And
I'm sick of talking about it every week, and we're not even talking about it every week, and I've come back on and been like, really? Again?
I want to go back to when we were just talk about tactics, talk about why this player.
I want to go back to when we were just bad at football.
Yeah. None of this. Like your favourite thing to do in January in the summer, you couldn't do. Because we couldn't sign anyone.
I know. The draft's in the mud. I'm screwed.
Oh, that.
It's a good thing I don't have bloody players getting sent off because I've got Horvath.
God, yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah.
You know
got what? Offer as well, I think.
You know that draft in January could be really fun. Because we're going to have to make players up and have our own regens.
So bad. Like, we're going to have to put the youngsters in because we'll do it in November. It depends on when the international break is because I'm moving house in November. But I'll try and get us in. Yeah, I've got... Oh, no, I don't. I don't have Iorfa. Jack's got Iorfa. There we go. Some bad luck on Jack. We'll take that, Jack. I've got Ingleson, Ugbo, Max Lowe and Horvath. And you've got Bannon, Cads, and Mass and Bernard. Andy's got Jamal Lowe. 5 points for a goal for him today. Kabachi, Palmer, and Valerie. Yeah, I better go back to recording some of the career modes because I'm trying to batch record them and have them edited so I can at least have them ready when I've got internet back up.
Yeah.
Well, they probably won't be because, to be honest, I'd have to do them today and tomorrow. But I'll have a couple recorded. There's definitely one already ready to go, which will be released to members first and then everybody else, because it's the next season 2 onwards. We're going to give members early access purely because, guys, if you can support this channel, given how crap my October's been financially, it would be massively appreciated. But all I would say is keep viewing us, keep helping us out, keep being around, keep being decent people. And yeah, Jake, I'm not even going to talk about Middlesbrough. We're going to get spanked.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about Oxford before we get spanked in that one.
Yeah, we'll probably get spanked there as well. I won't have internet next week, but hopefully we'll have enough data to be able to do a podcast download. So hopefully podcast will be back next week.
Maybe
if not, I'll see you mid-November.
Yeah. If not,
it might be audio only, actually.
Yeah. Basically, Dex is hibernating for November and he'll see you at the end of December.
Yeah, well, we're also packing the house away a bit at a time as well. So, and we've got the little cat. I thought he'd come and join my podcast. He has not appeared. But he's going to be having to move house as well, which we weren't thrilled at. We're not going to lie, because we wanted him. He's fully used to this house now, and we were like,
you got to get him all settled again. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's only a kitten. He's only 5 months old. So we're a bit frustrated about that situation. But there we are. Jake, have you got anything to add before we end today?
Just look after yourselves. Talk to people if you need to talk to people. Please don't be silent. Keep an eye on yourselves. Look after your mates. Give a phone call, even if it's just to go, how you doing, mate, in the morning as a message, just to make sure they're okay. And if they come back, yeah, I'm fine, but then go, no, how are you? And see if they get you another reply and open up. So just check on people. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I commend that. But yeah. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday. Look after each other.